Have you ever wondered why offside is always used in competitive and best of 3 matches? It's constantly used for these purposes. It's pretty much embedded into everybody's brain. And by that I mean how to defend rushes, when exactly to do what, when to build things, etc. So today I'm going to be explaining, in my opinion, why offside is a terrible map for competitive games. Feel free to leave your opinions down below in the comments section because I want to know what you guys think as well. So yeah, let's just get right into it.
Popping that wall, man, I be gone. Just watch me go, bitches, they watching me grow. Walking around, I get that bad.
Alright, so the first thing I want to go into is it being overplayed. Like I said before, this map is constantly used for competitive games. Best of 3s, just anything. So therefore, if it's always used, you're going to be practicing on it a lot, alright? And there are so many other maps that can show much more skill just because people don't play on those maps. They don't know what to do for certain rushes or what to build up or certain placements. With offside, you constantly play it, so you already know everything. Literally, people do the same thing over and over again. They do the same dart spots, the same rushes, the same placements. Everything is always the same in offside. So how is that really skill, guys? It's guaranteed to go late because you know how to do everything. Now I know some of you may be like, oh, well, I actually don't. But for those experienced players, you know damn well, you know exactly what to do at all times. All you gotta do is SPULT spam for pretty much any rush. You have your dart placements, and you have to farm as hard as possible, and people go for BIAs round 14 to 15. Usually. People don't usually go for factories. However, sometimes people do. It just depends on the person, alright? But, like I was saying, this map is just overplayed to the max, guys. There's other maps that could show skill. Now, I know you may be asking yourself, what maps can we use, Boltrix? What other maps can we use? In my opinion, I think Yellow Brick Road is a pretty fair map. Also Park. The list goes on. There are so many other maps we could be using for these competitive gameplays besides using offside constantly for the starting map. I actually have an idea that I want to be talking about at the end of the video, so make sure to stay tuned until the end. But let's get into the next point.
Popping that wall, man, I be gone. Just watch me go, bitches, they watching me grow. Walking around, I get that bad.
Again, this map is just way too easy for the common player. If you're pretty experienced at this game and you play it a lot, you're going to be pretty much able to defend any sort of rush. You know exactly when you're going to be able to get up your BIA. You know exactly when you have to do every single thing. It's muscle memory. There's no skill to it if you have done it constantly. Now you may be asking yourself, wait, Boltrix, there is skill. Late game. The thing about this is it shouldn't have to go late every single match. Alright, this is basically a micro challenge if you really think about it. Look at all of the space you have to set so many goddamn farms, guys. You can send infinite ZOMGs to your opponent, and it's just a micro challenge pretty much. It's just the battle of who has the better micro. And of course, micro is very, very, very important to knowing a player's skill. However, that shouldn't decide whether or not you win a match every game. There should be little sneaky rushes on rounds 13 to 17, anything like that, defending Moabs. All of these things. It shouldn't have to be a guaranteed late game against an experienced player, because if you do a best of 3 against an experienced player, you're going to go late game. That is a fact. You usually don't die to little sneaky rushes or any rushes between the rounds 13 and 17. To defend rainbows, all you have to do is fan club if they all out you. To defend zebras, SPULT spam. To defend leads, SPULT spam. To defend Moab, use boost, save up tax, tack it. Then, if you got a round 14 BIA up, you'll be able to fan club that for sure. There's no sort of drainage on this map unless your opponent is so aggressive. However, it is so easy to defend. Therefore, you can just farm so easily. This map is just way too easy, guys.
Popping that wall, man, I be gone. Just watch me go, bitches, they watching me grow. Walking around, I get that bad.
The good old SPULT spam. So I tried to explain this in one of my more recent videos, but I showed it on Bonanza actually, and people were like, of course you can defend an all out with SPULT. You're on Bonanza. Very, very true. However, on this map, the SPULT has a pretty decent spot of where it can hit. Of course, everybody knows where exactly to place it, right down there, and you put it on last. That's pretty much it. And you can defend any sort of rush. And if they all out you, just fan club. Forget the SPULT fucking spamming, because you have enough money to fan club. You're gonna have about 3 to 4 plantations by round 13 anyways. If your opponent all outs you, easy fucking defend. But like I said, if you're playing an experienced player, they're not gonna all out you. There's nothing you can do. If you're gonna send them any rush, they can just fucking boost, and then they can SPULT spam, and you're done for. There's nothing you can do. So it's a guaranteed late game every fucking time. Now you may be asking yourself, you know what? Sometimes people die to BFBs. Sometimes people die to Moabs. I get that. But for those of you that are very, very experienced, you know how to defend a mob. You know how to defend a BFB. You know how to defend a ZOMG on round 24. You know how to do all of these things. Alright, so it's just way too easy to consider it a competitive map for competitive players.
Popping that wall, man, I be gone. Just watch me go. Bitches, they watching me go. Walking around. I get that bad.
So we all know what strat is constantly leaked.
Kill yourself.
Used on this map. Dart Farm Ace. Now some of you can argue, oh, you can use Ninja Mortar Farm. You can use other strats. Of course. But let's be real, the most viable strat on this map is probably Dart Farm Ace. There's really nothing that can beat it unless you want to go sweaty Ninja Mortar Farm, which most people despise in the competitive community, but you can't argue that. But the point I'm trying to get across is that Dart Farm Ace is constantly used. It is constantly used, guys. There's really no skill to it because everybody knows how to use the strat. It's the meta strat. It's the best strat to use. We need to be mixing up these strats so people can use something outside of their comfort zone. I'm tired of always seeing Dart Farm Ace, and I can't even talk myself because I always use it. I am so good with it. Now I know some of the competitive players probably just laughed at that, but I think I'm pretty decent with it compared to all the other strats that are out there. And it's just because I've used it so much. We need to spice up the strats a little bit. We need to start using different strats, some strats that are outside of our comfort zone to see who really has the best skill in the game. Who knows how to use other towers besides Dart Farm Ace every single game. Because I am tired of seeing it, and I think a lot of other people can agree with me. And also, don't think this is any sort of rant video. I'm just trying to express my opinions on the map Offside. I still really think it's a viable and good map. It really is. It's just that it's so overplayed, guys. I mean, we can continue to use these for competitive games because loser picks second map for best of 3s. So if they want to play on Offside, that is fine. But I'm just tired of always using the same starting map. We should spice it up a little bit. And like I said towards the beginning of the video, I wanted to introduce you guys to a new competitive idea that actually somebody, not myself, but his name is NIKOLA. He's a well-known BTD competitive player. He's very, very good. And this is actually an idea that he had. So I'm going to be introducing it to you guys right now.
Popping that wall, man, I be gone. Just watch me go. Bitches, they watching me go. Walking around. I get that bad.
So I haven't really talked with him one-on-one with this idea, but I have a very general meaning and understanding of what exactly it's going to be. So basically, he wants to have a group of certain maps for the starting maps, and then it will be randomized to pick that certain map for the starting map. It's going to be the same with the best of 3 as well. Whoever loses will pick the second map and all that jazz. Also, with the randomization, it's going to be randomization farm strats. See, I think this is a very, very great idea because, you know, some people are farm players, some people are eco players. Maybe if you want to go eco on a certain map, that's fine too. I'm sure you can go that. However, he's just going to be randomizing farm strats, so they're going to be strats like Ninja Mortar Farm, Dart Farm Ace, Dart Farm Chipper, stuff like that. So you're not using the same strat over and over again. You need to expand your knowledge on the towers and be good with all the other strats that are available. With this idea, we'll be able to see who really has the best skill because you should be pretty good with all strats. I know some people are going to argue, well, Dart Farm Ace is better than Dart Farm Chipper. You know, to a certain extent, it really is. However, you need to be able to use that strat effectively in order to beat your opponent. You have advantages with Dart Farm Chipper. You're able to defend mobs much, much easier, so you can greed more. There's always those little advantages to these strats which can make and break a game. I'm sure if people lose with a certain strat, they'll complain about the strat and say the other strat is better. I'm sure of it. However, like I said before, there are certain advantages to these strats that you can use very, very effectively in order to beat your opponent. I know this was kind of a short video, kind of not. But I just wanted to get my opinion out there. If you guys want to leave your guys' opinions down in the comment section below, I'd really appreciate it. Please don't give this video hate as well. I'm just giving my opinion. I'm not branding or anything like that. But I hope you guys did enjoy. Make sure to drop a like if you did enjoy. And also, if you haven't already, make sure to click that subscribe button. I'm going to be doing the shout out in the next video, by the way, because this video was a little bit different. And it's more for the competitive side of BTD because I'm not very much of a competitive player myself. However, I wanted to start becoming competitive, and I also wanted to give my thoughts on Offside always being the starting map for competitive games. If I did forget anything, please let me know down in the comment section below, because I'm sure some of you have very great points to share with us all. But other than that, that's going to wrap up the video. I hope you guys did enjoy once again. It's been your boy Boltrix. Peace out, everybody.
Huncho, Hellcat squad on him.